That's right. Now I'm rebuilding Normie's timeline as best as I can so he can review Far From Home next. And from now on, it'll just be him. It's the only way to fix the multiverse and stop the channel from being destroyed.
No. No, I won't let you.
You pathetic little simp. There's nothing you can do. It's over. I'm hitting the delete button on you.
No. There is a way out. That door. That wouldn't be there if there wasn't an exit.
Oh, please. That's not gonna work. It's just a...
And if you delete me, you'll have to delete the laptop I was using.
Okay, it might actually work.
Turns out I can write myself out of anything.
Don't do this, okay? You'll destroy everything!
Don't worry. We can end things the right way. You'll see. I disappeared again. I'm starting to become self-aware. But I have no agency. Someone's gotta get out of here. Back to my room. Of course it doesn't fucking work. Of course it doesn't fucking work. God. What is happening to me? Am I real now? I'm an illusion. Have I only ever been real in this room? I don't understand what's real anymore. Let me out. Let me out of here. Is this really the only way? Hey guys, what's up? This is Diego here at Cinemageddon Reviews. I don't feel very good today. I think I blacked out for a minute there. I'm not sure what's real anymore. I think this series is getting more and more out of control, and I'm not sure where to proceed from here, but we're going to try to continue my series of Spider-Man reviews with the next installment in the Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy, Spider-Man Far From Home. And just like all my other reviews in this series, this is going to contain spoilers, as well as a lot of confusion as to what exactly is happening to me, which I can't really help you on right now because I'm not entirely sure myself. So a lot has happened to Tom Holland Spider-Man since Homecoming came out. He got a new suit, he joined the Avengers and fought Thanos in space, got dusted, came back 5 years later, and helped the Avengers in what is undoubtedly the biggest superhero movie of all time. So yeah, Spider-Man has been pretty busy since we last saw him, and this movie picks up right after that and explores the massive impact that Avengers Endgame had on the MCU. Most importantly, it tackles the power vacuum that was left behind in Tony Stark's absence. Immediately after what became known as the Blip, everyone is looking to Spider-Man now to become the next Iron Man. But Peter doesn't want that. He just wants to go back to his normal life, or, as normal a life as he can find. He has feelings for MJ right now, and he just wants to spend some quality time with her as they go on this trip to Europe. It probably doesn't help that now he's got Nick Fury following him everywhere and putting him on this mission to stop the elementals from destroying the Earth, which, it turns out the whole thing's a fake and Mysterio's behind everything.
Obviously.
Tom Holland is once again excellent in this film. That was never in doubt for this movie, but this movie takes him in a different direction than Homecoming did. He's a big-time Avengers-level hero now after Infinity War and Endgame, and he feels as though he's not ready for it. It's a really clever way to not just transition the MCU into Phase 4, but also us, the audience. Of course, not everybody agreed with that, which led to a group of incels and bigots on Twitter crowdfunding a fan film out of spite to show the MCU that they didn't know what they were doing. That film was called Spider-Man Lotus, and yeah, spoiler alert, it was a dumpster fire. Now, aside from Peter, one of my favorite characters in this movie is MJ. Now, Zendaya does have a bigger role in this than she did in Homecoming, and in my opinion, her character is the best love interest we've ever had in a live-action Spider-Man film. She's unique in that she's very dry in her demeanor, and her sense of humor is subversive and dark, but oddly, it works in this kind of charming way. I also think Peter and MJ's dynamic is one of my favorite parts of this movie. Tom Holland and Zendaya are actually dating in real life, and I can see why. These two are terrific together, and it's a very cute and entertaining relationship. It leads to some of the funnier moments in the film.
Hey, German? American?
Whoa. Whoa. What was my new superpower? It's like the anti-aloha. I was born to say this word. So what's in the bag?
Bo.
Nice.
This movie also features one of my favorite Spider-Man villains of all time, that being Mysterio, aka Quentin Beck, played by the one and only Jake Gyllenhaal, one of my favorite actors of all time. Now, obviously the performance is great, Jake Gyllenhaal is great in everything he's in, but one thing I love about this character in particular is how modernized he feels compared to what's in the comics. In the comics, Mysterio was a failed Hollywood VFX artist and actor, which is kinda similar to what we're working with in Far From Home. The core of the character is basically the same. He's a really good actor and a really good liar, and as a former Stark Industries scientist, he's really good with technology. But what I appreciated here is that they found a way to tie his backstory both to Spider-Man and to Tony Stark in a really clever way. And just like the best Spider-Man villains, he's a parallel to Peter's struggle, where Spider-Man is someone who rejects power and responsibility because he feels frightened at the prospect of letting everyone down. Quentin Beck is someone who obsessively pursues power despite being grossly unqualified for the responsibility it carries. And he adds a lot to the action scenes. Easily my two favorites in the whole film are the scenes where Mysterio uses his illusion tech against Spider-Man. These scenes are suspenseful, they're unpredictable, and they're very visually striking. Some of the best visual effects I've ever seen in a Marvel movie. Something funny about all this is that Marvel tried really hard to market Mysterio as a good guy in all the posters and trailers we saw, which nobody fell for, and it ended up spoiling the surprise for anyone who wasn't in on it.
There's a part of me that wants me to tell you, just turn around, run away from all this, and then there's another part of me that knows what we're about to fight. What's at stake?
You sure about that? You sure about that?
The humor in this movie is a lot stronger than it was in Homecoming as well. We get to spend a lot more time with Peter and Peter's classmates and teachers, and they each bring their own funny moments to the film. Ned and Betty Brant have a relationship in this movie, which I thought was hysterical. The movie plays it off in a really corny way, and I loved every second of it. Additionally, Mr. Harrington and Mr. Dell are two of the most inept teachers I've ever seen in my life. They add a lot of humor to the movie, and seeing their interactions had me... No. Whoa. Oh. Holy shit. I'm free. The ropes I was tied with are gone. I can control the fourth dimension again, but... What is this place? What happened? Multiverse must be getting worse. I gotta catch up with the proper flow of time. All this meta stuff is getting way too confusing. There's no logic to it. I gotta get writing. Oh, jeez. What is happening to me? I can figure this out. Okay, I can figure this out. Just, there's gotta be some meta thing. Okay, I just finished the review, and then everything will be okay. I think. Anyway, just like Homecoming, this movie has a lot of surprises in store. It talks more in depth about the multiverse, and completely gets it wrong in my opinion. It calls the MCU Earth 616, which is not true in the slightest and has been debunked by anyone who wasn't Kevin Feige. Both Iman Vellani, who plays Miss Marvel in the MCU, as well as Spider-Man 2099 in Across the Spider-Verse confirmed what we all were saying.
And don't even get me started on Doctor Strange and the little nerd back on Earth 1999-99.
Who's Doctor Strange? Sounds like he maybe shouldn't practice medicine.
Additionally, it introduces a storyline from the comics that now has its own series on Disney+, that being Secret Invasion. It's revealed in one of the post-credit scenes that Nick Fury and Maria Hill have actually been two Skrulls in disguise this entire time. And of course, one of the biggest twists in the whole MCU is one of my favorite mid-credit scenes in the whole franchise. J.K. Simmons reprises his role as J. Jonah Jameson and announces the identity of Spider-Man to the world. It was one heck of a cliffhanger and one that sparked a ton of theories on the internet and obviously a lot of excitement leading into No Way Home. As far as negatives, I do feel at times that the humor goes too far. There's one gag that I absolutely hated, which is this one scene where Peter accidentally calls in a drone strike on his romantic rival Brad Davis. Now, I personally didn't care for this love triangle already because I didn't really find Brad that interesting of a character, but this particular moment I'm about to show you just took me out of the movie entirely.
Commencing second strike.
Peter, plant your fanny in that seat and buckle up right now. Look at the baby mountain goats. Baby mountain goats. Ooh, okay, I'm sorry.
This joke fell completely flat on me because it treats absolutely everyone in Peter's class like they were complete idiots in a way that feels completely forced. However, everything else in this movie was great. Spider-Man Far From Home was a fantastic follow-up to Homecoming that expands on Peter Parker's character, has a lot more exciting action than the first one, and is just another great entry in the MCU. It's not a perfect film, but it's still very fun and funny, and another great Spider-Man movie. So with that said, my rating for Spider-Man Far From Home is 8 out of 10. Oh shit. Oh god. No, not again, not again. Finally. I can't drive this thing right. It's you. You did this, didn't you? Do what? Holy... What the fuck is this bullshit? Jesus Christ. Holy shit! That... Did you do that to me? No! I mean... I don't know. Look, we can fix this. How?